Welcome back to Night Flight's look at Yes, Yesterday and Today. Formed in 1968 by lead singer John Anderson and bassist Chris Squire, this extraordinary group was one of the most successful progressive rock bands of the 70s.
Hello, my name is Al Bandiro, talking with Yes. Welcome to Night Flight, gentlemen.
Good evening.
Introduce yourself from left to right.
I'm Chris Squire.
I'm John Anderson.
I'm Trevor Rabin.
Well, thank you, gentlemen, for coming down to the show, and congratulations with your new album, 90125. Where did you get the title for that?
The title is the catalogue number.
It's very simple.
Yeah.
Okay.
Very simple, straightforward.
We've got a chance to view your brand new video yesterday, and we'll play that in just a couple of minutes. It's a great video. And talk about it. I guess when you mentioned the band Yes, if you had to ask most people, and they said, what record comes to mind immediately? Well, they'll probably say Roundabout and Long Distance Runaround, but the new single has outsold, I understand, all other singles that Yes has ever recorded. Is that true?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. Owner of a Lonely Heart?
Yeah.
True.
All right. And the album has already gone platinum?
Yeah.
Okay. So far, so good.
So far, so good,
Yeah. Okay. Well, this is the first album in 4 years. The first question is why?
Well, it's the first album with John for 4 years. Actually, there was an album in 1980 with Trevor Horn and Jeff Downes. That was the last Yes album before this, Drama. And the reason for the break was because we needed it, I think.
So you just went on a vacation for 3 years or 3.5 years?
Well, it wasn't so much what's the official word for it? It's called sabbatical or something, isn't it?
Okay.
No.
What did you do during that time? Did you do something on a personal basis?
Well, John did a few things.
Yeah, we were doing some recording. Chris did some recording. I was working with Vangelis and doing some other recordings, and just generally still into music and not letting go of the thread. Just getting ready, hopefully, for the re-emergence of Yes, because we'd spoke about it over the last year or so, that we should get the band together again. And Chris was working with Trevor at the time, and it just happened that earlier this year we bumped into each other, and that's why the album came together just right now. You know, it was a good time to have a break. We've been working together for 12 years when we started to realize that we needed some time off.
Welcome back to Night Flight's look at Yes.
When you have to go through the period of replacing band members, is it very difficult?
Well, at this time it wasn't like that, because in a way, Yes didn't really break up. It just sort of split in a way where people went to do different things. As you know, Steve Howe went to join Asia, and so when we started again, it was really Alan and I had written a couple of songs, and we thought, well, let's get a band back together again, and we met Trevor. So it wasn't like we were replacing anyone. It was just we were rebuilding things at the time.
How long, Trevor, are you in the band now?
Well, it's my first Yes album for 28 years. So. Well, Chris and I and Alan and Tony Kaye had been playing together we've been rehearsing for about 8 months. And we then went into the studio with Trevor Horn, the producer. And sort of in between that period is when John joined the band, and we finished the album. And
How did you hook up with the band?
well, I got a call from the. I'd been doing solo projects, and I got a call from the record company, A&R guy, saying that Chris was putting a band together, and I should send some tapes over. And so I sent Chris some tapes, which I don't know if you heard or not.
Yeah, I did.
You did hear them?
Yeah.
And
That's okay.
and I went over to London. We played together, and it felt very good. And we continued thereafter.
And you were involved with what band prior to Yes?
Well, I was just doing solo records under my own name. I did 3 albums on another label, and I was producing and doing various things. And then I met Chris.
Gentlemen, how's he doing?
Trevor?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think he can play, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You think he'll be all right?
Yeah.
No problem.
Colourful.
Let's talk about the video, because it's real interesting. Probably the first question is, how did you get an actor to participate? And we'll show the audience just a couple of seconds. Because there's some strange happenings in that video.
There are, aren't there?
Snake. What else we have? Worms.
Tarantulas.
Yeah. Scorpion, I think we had.
Scorpion on his nose, I think. That's pretty heavy for me, I thought. Hey.
Whose thought was to put that together?
The guy Storm, the people who used to do the Hypnosis album covers now do videos, and the director's name is Storm, and it was mainly his concept.
Because when the video first opens up, obviously you see the band, and you think, one would think that that's going to be the whole
That's
video.
it,
Then
yeah.
all of a sudden you go into the story,
Yeah.
and that was filmed in London. Is that right?
True.
Okay. But tell us a story about the eagle.
Well, that's probably just a definition of flying, freedom. That's one of the things that the guy's trying to get into. You got to push yourself very hard to find any sense of freedom, and that's inherent in the song itself, in the lyric.
Well, on one of the takes, the eagle, didn't he just keep flying?
Yeah, well, he
And they
changed
lost him in London.
Yeah, he changed. Oh, yeah.
He doesn't
It's
want
on-
the cosmic version.
No, no, he just wants
he
the-
wants the one about
I want the funny version.
Okay, well,
where it flew off and sat on Tower Bridge for 2 hours.
yeah, that's.
They found
sorry.
him in. They found the eagle in downtown London.
No, it's okay.
Well, it's loosely based
You
on...
do understand, John?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
No, he got lost. The eagle landed eventually on London Bridge, a Tower Bridge, and everybody was panicking because it was the only sunny day that London had had for months, and it had to be shot that day. So they're all running around looking for this eagle.
And,
Actually, no, there's only 3, I think there's only 3 eagles like that that are trained in the world.
By the
Of
time
that
they found
particular
it,
type, so the guy was a little worried about losing it.
oh, they found the eagles in downtown, right?
yeah, there were
Policemen
far less
found?
pigeons when they got hold of it.